My child keeps waking up at night and moves her head back and down. What does that mean? Well, okay, this is a really long explanation, but I will offer it quickly, as quickly as I can, and not in the 7 minutes it took me to say it this morning. Actually, I'll draw a picture. Actually, I think the picture will make this very fast. So I'm going to do this, okay? Because sleep is very non-subjective, guys. And the only subjective part is the lifestyle you're living in between to create the sleep. So this, let's just say this is the normal curve of our day. This is the cortisol curve. Okay, this is when you are stressed and not stressed. And sorry, it starts here. So, or no, it actually starts here. So this is morning time. I know you're like, why am I talking about the day when we're talking about the night? Because everything you do in the day is guaranteeing your sleep at night. I want to offer that. So when you can see the normal pattern of our day and how it creates our sleep, you can see where the holes are missing for you and take action on those holes. And this is completely something we do cover in the BLA. There's an entire module called Sleeping Better Than a Baby, and it has to do with how our circadian rhythm works. So morning, and then this is like, let's just say lunch is here. And then we've got like the little sugar spike, or like not sugar spike, but spike before like dinner is probably here. And then here is our sleep time. Okay, sleep. Now, our cortisol is made to wake us up. Everybody thinks it's bad, but it actually has a purpose. One of them is to wake us up. It has multiple purposes, but the first hormone to wake us up. Once we're awake, we start our day. And if we start our day with the proper light exposure and the proper foods and the proper stress techniques, then we are actually setting ourselves up to create what we call serotonin. Why do we want to talk about this guy? Seems so weird because we know, and most of you might know this, but melatonin is actually the sleep hormone, right? So as we're going through our day and we're doing the things, and your children are doing the things, and sometimes they're stuck inside and they're not getting a lot of light exposure, they're not building up a lot of serotonin. So a good example is like oranges create serotonin, avocados, plants for the most part create a lot of serotonin in the body. And this is our feelings of safety, of enjoyment. It helps with stress reduction. And so it kind of keeps cortisol in its normal curve. This is a normal curve for cortisol throughout the day. So at lunch, we have our lunch, and then we get a little bit more, we get our little, second wind into the afternoon because we have to finish our workday or whatnot. Kids have to come home from school and do etc. And then we have our dinner. And then the goal here, though, is to understand that this hormone here, let's just say that this is it. Serotonin is here. And it is meant to do this. And then it is meant to do this. Kind of weird, eh? So, okay, see you, Jen. So understand that we are building this up throughout the day, and then around in the evening, you'll notice your children get a little bit moodier in the evening. This is normal. We actually want that. We don't want to expect more from us in the evening. Now, with light exposure, we are having a healthy cortisol spike from the blue light, not the screen light, the blue light from the sun and the sky. This is actually producing more cortisol for us. We actually want the bulk of it to be in the morning. As our serotonin builds, when we're eating serotonin rich foods, we're keeping our stress relaxed, we're moving our bodies, then we actually have this built up amount of serotonin. Guess what happens to serotonin before we fall asleep? It converts to the sleep hormone, which is why we want a lot of it. If all of these things didn't happen throughout the day and this was your serotonin curve, your child is going to be restless. They're not going to build enough melatonin to keep them sleeping all night. So your lifestyle is the number one. You can take all the supplements in the world, but if you're not addressing those like natural occurring processes that are very scientifically studied, then you're not going to have that ability. So I hope that makes sense. That's what I'm ending it on. I did it in 3 minutes. Yay for me. I hope that this was a lot of information. I know sometimes our Q&As are more, they're a little bit more in depth, but they're also really good for people to understand and to know where the pieces are that they can move forward in. You're welcome, Fatima. And I hope this gave you a bit of an idea. Hi, Ella. It's so nice to see you. I hope that you guys are all motivated. Again, if you are new and you are not in our BLA or our picky eating program, the Bring the Fun Back to Mealtime program, definitely reach out. We will absolutely get you set up with a call with Michelle, who is our team member, who knows everything about this program as much as, well, maybe not to the extent of what I've studied it, but she definitely knows it well enough to be able to tell you exactly where this program is going to help your child and with which issues and how you're going to see that evolve. Okay, now saying that, have a wonderful day, everyone, and I will chat with you guys later.